The city of Mariupol in the Donbas area has become a symbol of the armed conflict. There, a large neo-Nazi group of the Azov battalion is quartered in industrial lands and in the port. A television team was present in the area. Alejandro Kirk has more details.
In Soviet time, the port city of Mariupol on the Black Sea was named after Andrei Zhdanov, a Bolshevik leader born here. These buildings are typical of that time, when housing was a social priority of the state. With accelerated serial construction and plant services, the main goal was to ensure shelter for all, rather than aesthetic details. It was the simple, egalitarian life in the land of the Soviets. Many of these buildings are now destroyed or burned down during the offensive of the Donetsk People's Militia and Russian forces against the Ukrainian militia infiltrating the houses. Fighters of the neo-Nazi Azov group barricaded themselves in these buildings with firing points, using civilians for protection. Many residents have left the city, 150,000 according to the Russian command. For those who remain, life is extremely hard. The violence has driven them into the cellars, with the guns roaring day and night. Svetlana's baby sleeps peacefully in the darkness, oblivious to everything that is happening around him. His mother takes care of him.
Around February 24, the lights went out and the gas was cut off. This we did not expect. We didn't realize what it was that had blown. 2 shells knocked down a pole, blew up windows, doors, no stores, no money, no ATMs. How do we go on with our lives? We have to evacuate this city. Maybe then it will be rebuilt from these ashes and we will return to our beloved city.
A bomb fell in this courtyard on March 10, according to the neighbors. This crater symbolizes fear. For some, it doesn't really matter who is to blame. What counts is this: the destruction of their homes and perhaps their lives. Fortunately, spring is defeating cold, and cooking outdoors is less harsh. Who is to blame?
It's very difficult because I don't want to talk about all this happened.
So how do you see the future, your future here?
We have no future.
They are simple people. War always has that immediate devastating effect on everything. Nothing is the same. Everything deteriorates along with the destroyed cars, the collapsed buildings, the blown up trees. The perplexed faces of those suddenly left without a word, without explanations, looking for their families or some water, a loaf of bread.
А сами лежим просто в больнице, муж раненый.
Her husband is wounded.
А вот здесь вот все сгорело у нас.
And her house is right over there. It's burned to the ground.
Вот я хотела бы, может быть, как-то деток, чтобы знали, что мы живы, здоровы.
She wants to give a message to her children who are not here, to tell them that she is healthy and she is alive.
We were in the house when the Ukrainian soldiers arrived, and they started beating me, provoking me right away. And they took things, they took cigarettes, they took food. They beat me on the floor. I still have a headache. Why all this? I don't know.
But not all is despair. Solidarity awoke all over Russia. On this occasion, a team from the Russian RT News channel distributes food, water and medicine. This is what they told us.
We've been traveling to Mariupol from Donetsk almost on a daily basis. We've been delivering humanitarian aid, medicine, bread, food, water, anything that they need. People here that have been living in shelters for more than a month already. No electricity, no communication, no food, nothing absolutely. And as you can hear, shelling is still taking place. And, I'm spending everything I can here, my own money, my friends' money, and because the situation is very dire.
And beyond everything, there are also those with full clarity of thought, like this gentleman, former serviceman of the Soviet army, desperate to fight the Nazis.
I am a high-caliber mind clearance specialist. If you need my expertise, I'm ready at any time to provide any kind of help, guidance, or advice. As of, we would not let people out. No one was allowed to leave here. We were a live target that they were defending themselves with. We knew that Russia was not going to attack that hard, and we felt humiliated. You will see that on our floor we have more than 1,000 people saved. Russia acted professionally in the attacks, otherwise no one would have survived.
Constant shelling is the framework of every trip to Mariupol, a symbol city and now a pilgrimage site for reporters. When cannons fall silent, it will be the beginning of a new life. Cristian Inostroza and Alejandro Kirk, Telesur, Mariupol, Donbass.